So what I would suggest you do for practice for the test is cover up the answers here and do these again and make sure you get the right answer, right? And for the ones that you don't, next time be ready to come in and ask, hey, I'm having trouble with number 12 or whatnot, and we'll go over it again, okay? So I'm on 15, and it says, it is not the case that, so I'm going to say not, and then it says either. Okay, Darla and Catherine or Bob. Okay. Now what's interesting about 15 is there's no comma to help us determine what the main logical operator is, right? Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm just going to go left to right, not, and now I hit the word either. And either signifies the beginning of an or. Does everybody understand that? So I'm going to put up a parentheses for the beginning of the or. And then I know ors have two disjuncts, and a disjunct might be just one a simple statement, or it might be a complex statement. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm starting an or, I'm starting a first disjunction, and until a disjunct, and until I get to the or, all of this stays together. Or. So all of this stays together, D and C. Or, now I'm starting the second disjunct, B, and the second disjunct, and the or. Everybody got that? Can I reduce the parentheses some? Yes. I can go to that. Now, sometimes people are tempted to go one step further, and this is a step too far, and they want to get rid of these, and they want to say this. Okay. This is no, but don't do that. Why? Think about what this is saying. Not either. It's negating an or. Does everybody understand that? And if you look at this negation applies to all this, which is an or. Everybody got that? But this one, where we lost another set of parentheses, this negation applies to a what? A conjunction. Does everybody understand that? And we didn't say not both D and C. We didn't say that. So this is too far. So this or that is correct. 16. Either, so I'll get another either. It is not the case that, so not Darla, or, and it says both, Eric and Frank. No punctuation again, so we'll have to see what happens. Either. So I'm starting an or, and so I'm starting a disjunct. Until I get to the or, all this is the first disjunct. Boom, there's the or. So not D is the first disjunct or, and I'm starting a second disjunct. It says both, so to be safe, I'm going to keep the next stuff together. E and F, close that. Close that, close that. Okay, so now of course there's a lot of unnecessary parentheses we could reduce it to. Okay, both of those mean the same thing. Okay. It's better to have more than enough parentheses than not enough, because not enough can change the meaning. So I'm on 17 now, is that correct? 17. Catherine has a catabula, or Catherine doesn't. So Catherine or not Catherine. So that's C or not C. Now think about it. R or means what? One or the other, or what? Both. Can it be C and not C at the same time?
No.
So what kind of or does this need to be?
Exclusive.
Right, so what we have to do is we have to do this, C or not C, but not both C and not C. And that makes it an exclusive or, right? And did I talk to you about kings? How many kings can there be? If anyone misses that question, we'll have to throw you out the window. Okay, 18. Catherine doesn't, so that's not C, or Darla. Okay, well, that's just not C or D. You know why that's it. It's too easy. Okay. Let me mention something. Someone noted in the first section, and I think this is generally true, that when people say either A or B, they intend to mean an exclusive or. Either this one or that one, but not both, okay? For our purposes, we're gonna assume an or is an inclusive or unless we have reason to say that it has got to be an exclusive or. Does everybody understand that? Okay. So unless you know they both can't be true at the same time, just inclusive or. Okay. Yes, some people do mean an exclusive or by use of either, but people use either all the time when they articulate an inclusive or. So either isn't sufficient to tell us it's an exclusive or. Okay, so what number am I on? Am I on 19?
Yes.
Okay, Darla is a sufficient condition for Catherine, comma, although, Bob likes Beatles, comma, although, main operator, although just means and. So all of this is one conjunct, all that's another conjunct. So let's keep it together by putting parentheses around it. Is a sufficient condition for, is it conditional? And the order stays the same, D, then C. Over here we have that. Okay, that was 19. 20. If Darla but Catherine, comma, Bob. Okay, so this is another one of those things. Sometimes we use then, comma to signify then. Nonetheless, this is the main operator. This is implicit. So we have an if then. So all this stays together and all that stays together. Main operator is a conditional. All this stays together as the antecedent because it follows the if. Okay, D but C then B. Okay. All right. So here's something important. So let's suppose we have X if Y. Well, let me do this one too. If X, then Y. If X, then Y. X if Y. X. Only if Y and X. If and only if Y. Okay, it's important for you to understand the difference between these. X, if X then Y is a conditional, whatever follows if is the antecedent. So it's X then Y. So that's how we do that. Here, we have a hook. Whatever follows if is the antecedent. So Y is the antecedent. So Y would go in front, X would go behind. Here, it's another conditional, and our rule is whatever follows if is the antecedent unless it's an only if. So this would normally be the antecedent, but it's an only if, so this is the consequent. Consequence go behind, so we get that. And if and only if is not a conditional, it is a biconditional. Order doesn't matter, but I prefer you just do it in the order that it came. So there's an important difference between those. Does everybody understand that? Okay. Not both A and B would be this. Not both A and B. Both not A and B. See the difference between those two? And on that second one it says both not, that not only applies to the A. Okay? Neither X nor Y is what? Not X and not Y. Neither X nor Y, which is the same as not X or Y. Neither X or Y. Okay, I don't think I put any of the neither